What does manhood mean to you?
Manhood mean being, for me, being submissive to your family. To be submissive to your family is to serve your family. And if you serve your family, the Bible even says that to be a servant, the least among you would be the greatest among you. So I don't think it has to do with ego. I think it has to do with perseverance and getting through trials and tribulations and sticking to your race, not only for yourself, but those who are a part of your environment, your family, and those who get affected by your decisions.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursday, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited to bring this brother to you today. He is a civic leader. He is the head of an amazing nonprofit. He is a leader, a thought leader around some of the most pressing issues in our society around gun violence and opioid addictions, as well as serving folks who are unhoused. His name, Mr. Mel Wells. Is that it?
That's it, Mel Wells. Don't try to say the whole name, Mel. Because that is my whole entire first name. So just call me Mel. Good evening.
Good evening, Mel. How you doing? It's weird. I'm one of those people, I saw it, I wrote it, but I didn't hear it in my head. And so when I said it out loud, I was like, it rhymes. Well,
No, some people say my first and last name together is one first name, like Mel Wells. So it's all good. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you are. And as you may know, we are building a repository of 6 questions, the same 6 questions answered by amazing Black men all over the world, with the goal of shattering and expanding, if you will, breaking over the very myopic and narrow lens that often is shown on Black men and the narrative around Black men. And ultimately, we want young kings who may or may not have positive Black male role models in their lives to be able to come to this repository, see the same 6 questions answered in all these different ways, and hopefully find guidance there. And for the rest of us who are neither Black or even male, for us to be able to also think differently, expand our minds around who you are. And so I'm so glad that you are here. And I'm going to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
Say that again and repeat that, please.
Sure. What does manhood mean to you?
Manhood mean being, for me, being submissive to your family. To be submissive to your family is to serve your family. And if you serve your family, the Bible even says that to be a servant, the least among you would be the greatest among you. So I don't think it has to do with ego. I think it has to do with perseverance and getting through trials and tribulations and sticking to your race, not only for yourself, but those who are a part of your environment, your family, and those who get affected by your decisions.
That's great. That's awesome. Excellent. Mel, so who and or what is important to you?
Who and what is important to you? My mother and father, they're important to me. They both in heaven now. I run the organization. My mom passed from COVID. My father passed in 2013. I've been working for them. And so I still say I work for them. Of course, my wife, I call her my boss lady, and my kids. I have 3 daughters and I have a son. And be honest with you, my mom and dad took me at a very young age. They said, Mel, we won't always be here. And the homeless community is your family. And so we had the first recovery house in the city of Philadelphia where we had homeless individuals move in. And my dad made me, my brothers and sisters give up our beds. We slept in the living room and gave everybody else our beds. So the homeless community, the suffering community, those who are affected by poverty are really important to me.
Mm, that is really beautiful. Thank you. So, Mel, how do you want us to see you?
How do I want to see me? Right? Oh, wow. Wow. How do I want to see me? A legacy of serving, a legacy of serving that can be passed down generational. I'm second generation, and I hope I can do the same thing. They actually have a third generation passed down right here in my family. I want to see myself as one of the best leaders to ever do it. And that's it, to serve. When I say leader, I'm talking about, servant leadership, not ego leadership. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. So, Mel, what is your epic dream?
My epic dream is to one day at a time is already located, which is the organization. We've been around for 40 years. We're located in London, India, in Cambodia, in Philadelphia, servicing over 57,000 people. One of my epic dreams is to have a huge one-stop shop. When I was 20 something years old and took over under my dad, I said, I want all these sites and I want all these vans and all. So I got about 100 people on staff. I have about 13 sites. God bless where I made that goal. But now by me growing up a little bit, I would like to have everything in one location to put families back together. One floor for youth, one floor for the parents, one floor for the ex-offenders, one floor for the family members that been affected that was not infected. One-stop shop.
Yeah, that is amazing. That's amazing. Awesome. You've been answering question 5 implicitly, but I'm going to ask you explicitly. Mr. Mel Wells, Mr. Melchizedek.
Oh, you said it. You said it. Wow.
Who are you?
Wow. Again, I like to categorize that as my mom's name is Margaret. I'm Margaret's boy. That's me. I'm Margaret's boy, even though she's up in heaven. And Margaret boy does exactly what Margaret and Reverend Wells did: serve, serve. That's who I am, and I say that because one day the town was kind of made up off of my mom scrubbing people's floors, such as the Boys Clothing Company. My mom used to clean their own personal home. So serve, and I'm Margaret's boy.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. So here we are already at question 6, which is right so fast.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I should have asked you that you want me to ask you that I didn't, or I should have asked you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
Nothing. What I would say is that the one thing I want people to know is that I am ex-offender. Used to be on the streets, was struggling all my life. Even though my mom and dad had this organization, I've been running for like 20 something years. But I got misled at a really young age with hanging around the wrong people on the streets. Got incarcerated about 6 times, did a lot of crazy stuff, selling drugs, robbing and all type of crazy stuff. But today I stand here to say that nothing is impossible. I stand with no criminal record. I stand as the president and CEO of One Day at a Time, also a sheriff deputy, inspector deputy as well. So I want people to, when they hear me, I want the young men to hear that anything is possible as long as you believe in it yourself.
That is powerful. That is so powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the fact that you are sharing your story and you're a testament to the power of redemption. In my faith, I believe that there's nothing that anyone can do that cannot be redeemed. And God's love, you cannot outsend God, the way to put it. But we have responsibility on that side too, right? Like, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm so grateful to hear what you just said. It's a very powerful testament, and I honor you, my king, and I pray that your epic dream continues, that all your dreams come true, that they go deeper, wider, bigger than you could even ever imagine. And I'm so grateful that you are here today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, and keep up the great work. We're reaching out to the men to get the story out there, especially for the minority community, that it's possible. And thank you for spreading the good news about us and not the negative stories that's always out there. Thank you, my sister.
Absolutely. Thank you, my brother. You stay right there. I thank the audience for joining us. I hope that you really enjoyed this conversation as much as I did today. And if there is a positive and successful Black man in your life who you want to see highlighted in this forum, please click the link below or in my bio, fill out the nomination form, and we will take it from there. We really want to talk to as many positive and successful Black men as possible. Success does not mean what someone does for a living. I don't really care as long as it is legal and positive. That's the bar, right? And then everything else is really about the character of the man, about who he is and how he is impacting the people around him, starting with the nuclear family to the community writ large and everyone in between. Those are the brothers that are holding our world together, and they're invisible almost to other people, not to me. And so we want to make sure, and not to you, we want to make sure that folks know more about this community. And so in the meantime, please stay tuned next week for another amazing king. And please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thank you so much. And Mel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That was wonderful.
Thank you so much.